The clouds have formed today here at Indianapolis. The Brickyard 400 taking play here at Indy. And I'm telling you, the second half of the season, 15 weeks ago, we started out on a journey, and here we are, another 15 weeks of races that are going to be on by 60 if you want to count the Chase Race LCQ. Boy, it's going to be quite an interesting show today here at Indianapolis. Let's get on down to your starting lineup. On the pole, he'll be for the Budweiser Shootout next season, Connor Meyer. Next to him, you got Michael Walton. We'll get about Walton in a bit there. Third, Dylan Potee. Fourth, Johnny Gardner. Fifth, James Qualls. Sixth, Kyle Matthews. Seventh, Levi McIntyre. Eighth, Joshua Osborne. So good start for Jay Atwood there. Ninth, Charles Sanford completing the top 10. Quentin Moore. Here's your starting lineup from 11th and 12th on back. Couple key notes there. Alex Drayton's going to be moving from Ford to Chevy and going to be joining Dylan Potee for Tweenix Racing. So, big break for Dylan Potee. He's going to have a teammate as Seth Cole will be moving on to S3 Motorsports. This has been fully confirmed by Charles Sanford, the co-owner of the team. So finally the news broke out. Seth Cole will be out of the 33. He will be in the 07 next season. As on the final row, we have Alex Ferranti and your points leader, Jessica Sheldon, with the 42nd qualifying effort. Not a good start for her. And Michael Walton, uncertain him in the future of him being in the series. If we do have any updates, we will gather whatever we can very, very soon. Ticker is up. Looking at her standings after Charlotte, Sheldon again mentioned it's the points leader over 30 points by Trent Dunham, then 49 over Commons, then Brett Pritchard, Ember Ross complete your top 5, Seth Cole, Johnny Gardner, James Qualls, Dylan Potee, Alex Ferranti complete your top 10. Here comes the command to fire the engines here at Indy.
Drivers, start your engines.
Command's been given 32 laps of action. It should be a very good show there. Now, Angel Navarro won last season's Indianapolis Brickyard 400. If you notice, of course, he is not in the field, and driver the 77 now, Ember Ross, is in the ride. Which, let's find the 77 you've seen in the starting lineup with a very subpar start there, but what's worse is that 77 is on the outside line, so that's not a good momentum swing right here. The Xfinity race yesterday went caution-free, but Jake Baskinger broke a huge winless streak. He had the biggest one. Guess who's now at the biggest one actively? You guessed it, the driver that's starting 5th right now, James Qualls. However, he's in a very good qualifying spot. Green flag is out, though. We are underway at Indy. Let's roll. Meyer didn't really get started right there. Michael Walton did. And now the 5-hour Energy Toyota going to take the lead right there. Dylan Potee in the second. James Qualls now going to try to clear Michael Walton for the 3rd position. Levi McIntyre, he's confirmed. He'll be coming back next season. He'll be in the 99, of course. And Dylan Potee, look at him trying to make a dive bomb for the lead. But now this is where that high line is going to get a run on the front straight right there. It's going to be a drag race coming to the line. Look at Qualls trying to hold off McIntyre. Will do so. Meyer will lead at the line, but Dylan Potee's still got a nose under him. This is where that 31's going to get a huge run right there. Going to get that position. Now Qualls jumps to 2nd. Now he has been very, very consistent in the Cup Series. And he's came oh so close to winning that elusive win. Now, I believe, according to Qualls, he has been on a huge winless streak, not just in the NRSL, because that was all the way back in Season 2 when we ran at Phoenix. But he has not won in a long time altogether, and he would like a win badly. Well, here he is now. He's trying to make a move on Dylan Potee in that 31. Thought about the right idea, but he's going to tuck back in line. Now, Indianapolis, of course, it is a very patient, grueling ideal that You want to be at the right line at the right time. See, Levi McIntyre right there off turn 1, right off the bat. He got around James Qualls. You got to get a lot of the draft in order to make sure to get those passes. Johnny Gardner, the runner-up for the Daytona 500. Currently 4th. Audra Baranowskis. That's probably one of the best things we can see right now in the 5th position. The Menards Toyota there. Look at Qualls now trying to go underneath McIntyre for the 2nd position. It's that Castrol GTX Chevrolet. Baranowskis trying to go underneath Johnny Gardner. That's a good move by the 46. And Walton now trying to go underneath Meyer. Here comes McCurry on that inside line. Zachary Fitzwater. Oh, man, Eric Bird just got put up to that high line right there. That 42, Kyle Keefe, putting him up there. That's something, too, as Pote now starting to run away. Baranowski's going to take the 2nd position from James Qualls. Is going to get it. Dylan Pote with a pretty good gap right there between him and Baranowskis. Looking at the rear of the field, you're seeing Seth Cole, Jeffrey Finguy, Benjamin Miles, Kev Shear, Ember Ross all to the rear. Shelton is starting to work on some of the cars right there that, you know, she's going to pass there. And rocking up, 2nd in points is literally right in front of her. Been a dream season for Jessica Shelton. Daytona 500 winner. And been one of the most consistent drivers. Zach Rogers, who's currently dead last in the points right now. Passes Zach Flickinger right there. Now, he was supposed to run the Arizona scheme at Charlotte, and I accidentally forgot to put that in there, so technically he is running Arizona right now. So I apologize for that right there. See Daniel Olson with a move on Alex Straight right there. Him and Ron Bishop literally working together. Here's your driver, currently 10th in the points right now, Alex Ferranti. That's going to be a lot of eyes right there. They're going to be keeping an eye on that 84 coming on by to see if he gets a good run or bad run. You know someone in 11th and 12th, they're going to want to get that position. Right now, Ferranti last scored 26, but he got around Brett Pritchard and Cody Lamas right there. So that's a couple of positions right there. Scott Roush, Kate Anderson, Clint Spillman all getting around John Art. That's for position. And also worth to note that Kat Batson will not be returning next season. KAB moving back to a one-car team. So sad to see what happened there, but Batson, of course, will be just soloing in and out. And he said to me earlier, he's not worried about what's going on next season. He just wants to focus on finishing out this season with a bang right there. And wow, nearly 3 wide there, coming off of turn 2. And James Qualls out in front. Pote lost the lead. Baranowskis then lost the lead. Fitzwater jumped up to 3rd. Anthony McCurry up to 2nd. The Z-York Chevrolet there for Kyotech Racing. Been an interesting first season with that 61 as a Chevy there. So remember, they were part of Audi since season 2. They were there for 5 seasons. And now in its 7th season in the Cup Series altogether. 6 altogether for Kyotech. It's been very weird to see McCurry in a Chevy, and it has not been doing pretty good. It's been kind of doing mediocre, to be honest. It's had its good runs, had its bad runs, but right now the Z-York Chevrolet Curly P2 having a terrific run right there. Top 4 literally nose to tail nearly. Now Fitzwater says, forget this, I'm battling. And it's kind of funny, too, how one Dodge is up here. This was just like the Xfinity Series. We had one Dodge up in the front of the field, Nicholas Wade in the Xfinity Series, and the rest of the field were Dodges battling for the win. Baranowskis, Levi McIntyre, Johnny Gardner, they have all reeled in. Now keep in mind, the 2 car, that is not Gardner's teammate, Michael Walton. He's a part of MWR. Ironically enough, his teammate, JT Bryant, is a couple positions behind right there in that Auto Trader Ford. Gardner's teammate, which is Daniel Olson and Quentin Moore. Actually, see if we can find where the 21 and 34 are. Olson scored 27th right there, and then Quentin Moore 29th. Not a good run for Gardner Racing right there. Jessica Shelton. Man, she's been picking apart cars left and right. That is 0-2. Man, not a good qualifying effort, but man, has that car been strong. Now trying to go around Ron Bishop for position. Ooh, wow, and Ron Bishop nearly just cut her off right there. That's for the 28th position. Mount Dewspike Chevrolet. Another position gain. Now, for right now, these guys have been going 2 wide. They've not been going 3 wide like we've been seeing in past seasons. And we've been rather getting some clean racing, especially after what's happened at Charlotte. This is probably one of the best things we can see. Fitzwater thought about making a move there. Didn't do it, but he's all over the back bumper of the Castrol GTX Chevrolet. And now James Qualls has mentioned that he's going to be running this scheme for the rest of the season. So For Travel Motor Coach will probably wait until next season. Fitzwater, man, I'm telling you, he's peaking, but he just can't seem to get that run. But now he's got Dylan Pote right behind him. Same with Levi McIntyre. You wonder how long is it going to take for Fitzwater to make a move on James Qualls. It's got to be soon. Now Pote says, well, you had your chance. You blew it. Now he's going to go for second. This is all behind Qualls here. Now, don't forget, we will have pit stops coming on by if we stay green. So I think the question will remain is when do these green flag pit stops will happen? That's the first thing. And the second thing is who's going to benefit from it. Holy cow, Ron Bishop fell way back. 38th. Sheldon at 0-2 now starting to slip back there. Was already working her way up. Now she's on that high line. It's going to slip back for sure. And don't forget, too, in the Xfinity Series, we were running in sunny conditions. Here in the Cup race, we're running in a little bit of cloudy conditions. So you can tell it is affecting a little bit of the cars there. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. You can see because the way how they're racing, it was not the same like Xfinity. Kyle Matthews, John Art, both trying to get around Joshua Osborne there. Connor Meyer, pole sitter. Man, been in the top 20, and he has not been able to rebound back up to the front, but see what's going to happen. How about Clint Spillman and Zach Rogers? Currently, a couple drivers there in the bottom of the points. Them two, Baranowskis, have a terrific run. Same for Kyle Keith. That's great to see right there. Better than normally what's been. Rogers has mentioned before, 42nd in the points. I believe Spillman is 39th as we speak. Kyle Keith, he is 40th in the points. Baranowskis, 41st in the points. RJ Bishop now making an appearance in the top 10. Baranowski's been slipping back a bit. Wow, Levi McIntyre also slipping back a ways too. All still right behind that 70 Castrol GTX Chevrolet of Johanna Atwood Motorsports of James Qualls. Now, we already mentioned about in the Xfinity Series about what's going to happen to Qualls and Osborne, respectively, in that series. They're going to be focusing on Cup. And speaking of which, Qualls coming down pit road. And he's the only driver of that lead pack to come on down. Nobody else making indications. Lap 14 of 32. So we may have one more pit stop coming along the way between lap 28 and lap 29. Maybe lap 30. That did give the lead at the time to Dylan Pote, but now we'll give the lead to Zachary Fitzwater in that Miller Lite Dodge. So far, two remaining green flag. Green flag pit stops are coming along the way. Johnny Gardner making an indication of coming on down. Anthony McCurry. Good number of drivers. One car in the grass a bit. McCurry, Gardner, Michael Walton, JT Bryant, Cat Batson, Scott Roush, Connor Meyer, Quentin Moore, Alex Ferranti, Daniel Olson, Zach Flickinger, Eric Burton, Jessica Sheldon, Keith Batson, Joshua Sokoli, mentioned Zach Flickinger, Brett Pritchard, Alex Drayton, Ember Ross, Phil Parker, and Kate Anderson. A little bit of contact on pit road, but keeps it together. Quick in and out there, and now Fitzwater. I think he's going to make that indication coming on down. Yes, he will. Dylan Potey, I think he's trying to make an indication, and indeed the case he's gonna. A little dangerous move going double wide coming down pit road because it's going to close the gap right there, and he's going to fit in with Levi McIntyre. One car going to stay out. Of course, that's James Qualls, so everyone has come on down that you see here. McCurry leading them off on that cycle of pit stops. Here comes Qualls in the 70. Going to get around Scott Roush. Oh, but he did not get a faster stop than Batson, Bryant, nor Gardner, nor McCurry. 61 with a very lightning fast pit stop. And Qualls did not get enough momentum to get around Cap Batson. McCurry and all the others there must have had a really lightning fast pit stop, but now these guys got to get around all these drivers coming off of pit road. Look at Kyle Keith trying to pass Levi McIntyre off the pit exit. That's a little risky. There's Fitzwater and McCurry. He passed Baranowskis, and he's going to pass Fitzwater, so McCurry will take the lead. Oh, look out! Oh, look out! That was a little close. The 46 tried to come back up, and, well, forgot there's a 4-car train coming along the way. Probably not the smartest move there, but I think the drivers who pitted on lap 16, they may make it all the way. I am not too sure. It's risky, but I don't know. We'll see. As you see Qualls, he's trying to work on Cap Batson to get that lead right back, and Qualls with a nice move right there will pass the 58. So this is your top 10 rundown here, presented by NASCAR and NBC. Anthony McCurry currently your leader. Second, Zachary Fitzwater. Third, Johnny Gardner. Fourth, JT Bryant. Again, not teammates there. Fifth, James Qualls. Sixth, Cap Batson. Seventh, RJ Bishop. Eighth, Audrey Baranowskis. Ninth, Alex Ferranti. Completing the top 10, Scott Roush. 11th is Michael Walton. 12th, Kyle Keith. 13th, Kyle Matthews. 14th, Daniel Olson. 15th, Quentin Moore. 16th, John Art. 17th, Levi McIntyre. Holy cow, that car slipped like a rocket. He's got left side damage. A little bit of a scrape there. 18th is Zach Flickinger. 19th, Joshua Sokoli. Completing the top 20 is Jessica Sheldon. 21st, Eric Byrne. 22nd, Cody Lamas. 23rd, Zach Rogers. 24th, Connor Meyer. 25th is Sky Commons. 26th, Charles Saffer. 27th will probably be Brett Pritchard coming off a 3. Or not, never mind. Which will now be Ember Ross, then Brett Pritchard. Alex Drayton, then Kate Anderson. 31st on back is Clint Spillman, Seth Cole. 33rd, Trent Dunham. 34th, Nathan Hudson. 35th, Phil Parker. 36th, Dylan Potey. 37th, Jeffrey Finguy. 38th, Joshua Osborne. Holy cow, that car is catapulted to the back. 39th, Ron Bishop. 40th, Benjamin Miles. 41st, Kev Shear. And last on the track, Keith Batson in 42nd. A very poor effort for the 39 team. Well, Zachary Fitzwater is caught up to the rear bumper of Anthony McCurry. We're getting closer to 10 to go. And James Qualls, I'm telling you what, that pit stop, he's been on that momentum. And he wants to go back up to that lead. He's going to try to work on JT Bryant, that 22, who's going to get a run on that high line on the front straight here. But you can tell those drivers want to get up to that leader right there of McCurry and Fitzwater, but Bryant will hold on for now. Qualls will hang on to 4th, RJ Bishop in the 5th, and then Gardner will probably get that 6th position from Cap Batson. Baranowski's trying to reel in those drivers there. I just don't see it happen. She's like all by herself right there. And then Michael Walton, Kyle Keith, man, finally getting the top 10 run. Not having a good run this season. And McCurry and Fitzwater battling side by side. That's what third on back want to see, those leaders battling. Especially the fact that they're single file right here. This is really going to kill some momentum on those lead cars there. Oh, you can tell they really cut the trim right there. Between that gap between of McCurry and Bryant from second and third. And that's exactly what they needed to do. They needed to stay single file more so that way they can catch up to those two. And then when the time's right, you make quick passes for position and go from there. Qualls all over the bumper of JT Bryant. He really wants that third position. Trying to move him out of line, but Bryant's going to probably get a good momentum right there and will hold on. RJ Bishop thought about fourth. All over the rear bumper, that Cashel GTX Chevrolet, and now he's going to make a move. That was a great move by Bishop, and that's where he's going to make Qualls pay, or not. Nope, never mind. Yep, Qualls going to pay the price right there. JT Bryant's going to get right in, and wow, Qualls got a little squirrely coming off the corner there, but we'll keep it together. And JT Bryant now making a move on Zachary Fitzwater. They have officially caught second and first place. Well, mainly second because Fitzwater just got reeled in. This is all allowing Anthony McCurry to run away with that lead. Now RJ Bishop, Johnny Gardner, Cat Batson, all going to make a move on Fitzwater. If I were Qualls, I'd want to swing to that inside line right there. Fitzwater trying to hold on for that position. Qualls said, forget that. I'm battling Cat Batson for position. And Fitzwater with the run will hang on to fourth. Look at RJ. Wow, that horribly lagged right there. As he gets around JT for the second position. McCurry going to continue to lead there. We're going to take a very quick commercial break, not only to get our frames back together, but of course, won't miss a lot of action that'll be happening here in Indy. You've been watching production of the NRSL Universal Orlando Cup Series, where racing is living here. What am I saying? See you guys in a bit, though. We'll come back in a quick lap or two. Welcome back. You've not missed much as the laps are winding down. We're getting closer to 5 to go. Anthony McCurry been enjoying that lead, but RJ Bishop is railing him in. Not so fast. Fitzwater now going to try to take back second from Anthony McCurry. They got to figure out these battles quick here because McCurry is running away with that lead ever so slightly. Qualls during the break has gotten around Cat Batson. That was for 6. Bryant's getting around Johnny Gardner, and now James Qualls with the slide job move going to go around Gardner. Got a feel for Qualls, had the dominant car today. And that pit stop there really hurt him. But don't forget, he's one of the very first drivers to come down pit road during that first cycle of green flag pit stops. If they do come back down pit road, do we see this car coming down first again? No idea what's going on with my frames as of right now, but just going to have to bear with it, I guess. Bryant now getting around RJ Bishop for position. James Qualls will follow. Cap Batson will follow. Fitzwater, I'm telling you, during this end, man, 61 and 59 all over the bumper. Been a two-horse show. Bryant and Qualls starting to reel in those two. There's 5 laps to go is now in effect. 4 to go. Here comes Fitzwater. Battling for the lead on McCurry. Finally going to make a move. And now new leader Zachary Fitzwater. Now Bryant trying to go for second. We'll do so, and I'm going to try one more thing to fix my frames. I apologize for this, folks. Oh, and look at this. JT Bryant coming down pit road. With 4 to go. Now our frames are back working, of course, right around there. And look at this, they're catching up too. All right, never mind. I freaked out there. That scared me. I thought that was a lap car up ahead there. But Fitzwater continued in the lead because Bryant went down. He was second in line and checked up from Cap Batson on back. Could these drivers hold on gas? Remember, Qualls was the first driver to come on down. Is anyone going to risk staying out coming to 2 to go? Oh, a whole bunch of drivers are coming down. RJ Bishop, Zachary Fitzwater are going to stay out. A whole bunch of drivers coming down. Qualls managed to stretch it, but it's not going to hold on. 2 laps to go for Zachary Fitzwater. RJ Bishop at least nearly 2 seconds back. He's hoping and praying that 59 is going to come on down pit road. Bryant exiting pit road there. A whole bunch of drivers you've seen coming on down. Kyle Matthews, though, could be in the catbird seat. Ronti, John R., Eric Burton, Kyle Keith, Connor Meyer, Levi McIntyre, Zach Rogers in the top 10. Fitzwater's not making any indications, though. Coming off of turn 4. White flag going to be displayed for the Miller Lite Dodge of Zachary Fitzwater. 1 lap to go. This would probably be one of the biggest wins for Fitzwater if he can pull it off. I believe he was one of those drivers that pitted on that lap 16 area. And now he's trying to get the job done. Fitzwater. I believe he's only won 1 career race. That was over at Hogzilla. Couple seasons, it was in his rookie season. Coming off of turn number 4, that's going to change today. Zachary Fitzwater coming down the front straight. This is going to be a great big celebration for the Aussie. As the caution is out as well, he wins the Brickyard 400. Oh, it's a huge crash. Finn Guy, Ember Ross, Nathan Hudson, Audrey Baranowskis, Benjamin Miles, Charles Sanford, Kate Anderson. And the caution coming out to end the race. Damage on a couple other cars in the process. Huge wreck coming off of turn 3. Scott Roush with some damage there. Oh man, it's littered around here. But Zachary Fitzwater going to get the job done as the Miller Lite Dodge. Congrats to him. He held on gas and will be victorious today. Let's actually see what happened to Hudson and others. There was a big crash that happened. Let's see where actually it started with. The first car I may have seen that got some damage could have been the 48. I see some of the drivers that are exiting pit road. Oh, I think I may know why. Yep. That's going to perfectly explain it. We're going to try this without hoping a frame issue happens. So you see the drivers exiting pit road. Oh, Ross put... What was that about? Went into the 8 car. The 24 also got involved, but kept it together. Still came away with a top 10 run. Now you see a whole bunch of drivers that are in this area. There's no... Oh my God, Charles Sanford. Got jacked up by somebody. I just seen an Ember Ross flipped. Wow. The Rogue Mobile Toyota. Nathan Hudson. Wow. Just destroyed. Audrey Baranowskis. Let's try to see if we could figure out... I don't know what Ross was thinking there. I think she was trying to merge back up and she just said screw it, but... Let's see, Charles Sanford in the 03. And I have no idea why my frames are this poor. I apologize for this, folks, but... Wow, this is pretty scary. We'll see if we get another look in a bit here. Yeah, he got jacked up. I believe that was Finn Guy. Yeah, that was who it was that got into him there. And man, couple of hard licks right there taken by. And Ember Ross flipping over at Indianapolis. A caution to end the race. Huge crash taken by. See if we can get another look from that. So here's Ember Ross. You're seeing in that Rogue Mobile Toyota. This is coming from the back straight camera right here. Boy, I really don't even know who to say that would cause that. If Pritchard came down or Ross came up, but lucky break for Spillman. He keeps it going. Seth Cole, Brett Pritchard, they keep it together as well. Even after that one. Watch Charles Xavier. You see a low line there. And he get jacked up by Jeffrey Finguy right there. Which also the impact goes into Ember Ross. The one who's going to send him airborne was Benjamin Miles. But the bigger blow was Nathan Hudson. Wow. And you got to... Oh, man. Kate Anderson also nowhere to go. Trent Dunham's going to avoid that one. I think one other car is going to come on into the picture. I think the 46 is going to come in at some point. There's Keith Batson. There's Baranowskis. Oh, into his own teammate. I think if you remember correctly, Hudson has had some issues with Angel Navarro and his drivers in the past, and I think that personally showed right there. Big crash taken by off of turn 3. Let's see if we can on board with one of the drivers. I think we're going to have to go with Ember Ross because I'm actually curious to know if the 77 went down, or I mean went up rather, instead of going down. Let's go on board the 77. This is her exiting pit road. And let's actually go with the cockpit and see the wheel as we go full playing mode. Now you see she's exiting pit road, so she's still warming up. You know, looking at that wheel, she looked like she was going to go up right there. I don't know if that was to go back up on the track or if that was just blatant, but not a good move by the Rogue Mobile. And then, oh man, Baranowski's out of nowhere. So now that we back up, let's go to the car behind Brett Pritchard in the 8 car. Now he's in more of a bigger speed. You know, they both look like they try to take each other out, but Pritchard probably took the better hand of it. I really don't know how to put it there. Because if you look carefully with the wheel, you can see how they're going. Pritchard went down, and Ross went up. Because, watch the wheel. This is at quarter speed. You see that little line there? That's determined how the car's going to go straight right there. Watch the wheel's going to make a tilt to the left. You're going to see it right there. See, he's going down. Ross is going up. I think Ross is trying to go up to get back on the track. I don't know if Pritchard tried to do that just to... I don't know what for. That was bad. Mainly wanted to check with that. Let's go on board Clint Spillman. Check out how he's going to somehow still manage to get in the top 10 there. Definitely dodged the bullet, him and Zach Rogers. Well, John Deere Chevrolet finally getting the top 10 and definitely going to work his way up in the standings for sure. On board Charles Sanford, he definitely had a crazy view of this one. He checked up, but then got into Ross, and oh man, almost flipped him over. You can see Sanford actually still continued right there, which that's insane. And I believe still came away crossing the line at the position he was in, rather than being on pit road. And on board Nathan Hudson. And he just couldn't see throughout that smoke, and didn't slow down in time. Everything's all good. Here comes Baranowskis right there with the final blow. Tough break right there for Hudson and Baranowskis. But in the end, after everything, the Aussie, Zachary Fitzwater, scored his first ever Brickyard 400 victory after hanging on pit stops. He's got to be really happy right there. The Aussie going to get the job done. Let's get you to your finishing results here. Fitzwater with the win. Second, RJ Bishop. Third, Kyle Matthews. Fourth, Eric Burton. Fifth, John Art. Sixth, Connor Meyer. Seventh, Kyle Keith. Eighth, Levi McIntyre. Ninth, Zach Rogers. Leading the top 10, Clint Spillman. Now, actually, I just want to double check on those drivers that we mentioned. Kyle Keith is 40th in the points. Audrey Baranowskis is 39th. Zach Rogers is 42nd. That's crazy there, how they got really good finishes right there. And that was something very well needed. And I believe, let me double check too. Looking through, yeah, those drivers there as mentioned, because Kat Batson went down pit road. She ended up 26th. So her and Baranowskis, they ended up getting involved. So between Rogers and Kat Batson was only 10 points, so I think Rogers will not be dead last in points anymore. Kyle Keith will definitely gain some spots. He'll probably gain a couple on Baranowskis, Osborne, Parker, and Ron Bishop. Clint Spillman was 34th in the points. My mistake on where he was there. John Art was 33rd as of this race. Cody Lamas was 31st with the win. He was actually the second to worst driver with the win there. And Meyer was the third to worst driver. So they're definitely going to get some spots for sure. But if you notice between 40th Kyle Keith and 41st Kat Batson were separated by 20 points. And all the rest of the drivers behind Dunham there were right within one another. So it's crazy to see how things have changed there. Oops. As Fitzwater actually ran out of gas right there, which that's kind of ironic right there. Taking the easier way to celebrate. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, be sure to give it a like. Comment your thoughts. Subscribe to the NRSL button. Hit that subscribe button down below. Of course, and of course, can't forget about all that. Till then, points at the end like always. And everything. Till then, goodbye everybody. Here come the points.